Hello and welcome back everyone. Today is the 29th of October and it's 10:57 UK time. The market has closed in the UK and I'm just gonna get straight onto it I'm gonna try not to talk as much. Yesterday I think I uploaded about 6 parts, which I don't want to do. It's a pain. So if I'm not talking, then there's nothing important for me to say. When there is something important on the chart, I will explain. We're looking at the first pair, which is Euro Chef. We can see the Euro Chef has broken nicely down towards the downside. So I think price is actually wanting to go to these lows and then possibly lower, but what we are waiting for is a setup for us to enter. So we will wait patiently in the coming days and weeks for a setup to sell the market unless things change. Moving on to the Euro USD. The Euro USD, we wanted to sell the market. My bias was to sell the market. I did get into the trade here, as you all remember, and price did go down nicely, but it decided to come back up, and my stop loss was around about here. It hit my stop loss, but as you can see today, if I kept my stop loss a bit further out, then I still would have been in this trade and price would have worked, the market would have worked in my favor. But like I said, I follow my rules to the T, and I kept my stop loss right there. So what's going to happen now is it's broken this low, so I am going to be placing another sell order, I think on Sunday, when the market opens right here, when the new candle opens. So hopefully the market does come back, pick us up, and then carry on moving down, as I suspected. As we can see, there's a valid signal also on the weekly, so I'm assuming that this move may be a big move down, but we will have to wait and see in the coming weeks. Sorry, in the coming week. Okay, moving quickly on to the AUD Chef. Okay, AUD Chef. Okay, so the AUD Chef failed to break the high here. We can see it on the weekly. We can see rejection here. It's rejected here. Price overall direction is down on the monthly, so my bias is to actually sell this market now, since as though it's failed to break this high. So I will be looking for a break of this low here, unless another low is created somewhere over here and it breaks over there, then I will enter just a bit, at a better price. Okay, moving on to the AUD JPY. My bias was to buy this market if the high was broken here. We did not see this today, so hopefully next week we will see that. Moving on to the Chef JPY. Okay, so okay, so the Chef JPY actually closed above, so on Sunday what I will do is place a buy order, sorry, from this place here, round about there. I will place a buy order and we will see what happens here. So we'll leave this pair until Sunday, this Sunday. AUD CAD. So the AUD CAD did produce a signal here, like I was telling you guys earlier on in the week. But because I didn't get into the trade because the weekly and the monthly were showing bearish bias, and if you can see, overall downtrend, and did not create a higher high, so there is a big chance that this will go the opposite direction and start going down. So I'm going to stick to my plan and I'm going to wait and see what happens. I'm waiting to see a possible break of this area and then support being confirmed, and then we get a buy signal and then buy the market if that is the case. If that isn't the case and we get a sell signal, then I will enter a sell in the coming week. Moving on to USD JPY. Nothing on the USD JPY. Euro JPY. Okay, so okay. So Euro JPY has broken below the lows here. So since as though the price action has occurred just below the MA here, and we have a bearish bias on all three time frames, I'm not going to enter for a buy here because I think it's extremely risky. I would have entered if the MAs were placed like this, then it would have been safe to actually get in for a sell. When the price is in between both of the MAs, I don't want to get in because it could just turn at any time and then carry on going up. So I'm going to leave this pair. We'll monitor it in the coming week and see what happens. AUD USD. Okay, so AUD USD, we actually entered a buy trade on this pair, as you remember. If you remember, sorry, I think it was yesterday or the day before. We entered right here, and what happened was there was a break here, as you can see, and I ended up placing a sell. Price actually came back, picked us up, and now we are just waiting for this to hopefully hit our take profit, which is over here. So this, we will monitor this in the coming weeks and see what happens. Okay, GBP USD, let's see what happened here. GBP USD, so okay, so we had the Euro JPY. So where's the Euro JPY? Here. Okay, so the Euro JPY, we entered the trade here for a buy, but as you can see, we got stopped out here. So this was the trade right here, you can see it, and it was stopped out for £4.38. So we lost that trade right there. So what did I learn from this trade? What I learned from this trade was my actual signal occurred just below the MA, but even though it occurred below the MA, this was still valid because it broke this high and it closed above. It did come down and pick us up, but the problem was my stop loss, I think it was 50 something, my stop loss was, and it actually came down and hit my stop loss. So it's okay, these things happen. Price wanted to the market wanted to come further down, and actually it's a good thing that you stick to your stop loss, you use low lot sizes, and wherever you place your stop loss, you shouldn't move it, because that will save you. Because if I moved it, I would have potentially lost more, because in the coming days, next week, it might go further down. So you know, this is something you don't want to do. I'm happy with this loss. It doesn't phase me, you know. I'm not bothered that I've lost that much. You know, it's nothing. I know in future trades I'm gonna get more than this, that, and profit on top. And was my bias right to buy? Yes, absolutely, my bias was right to, I was right to buy. There is something else that I am testing. I'll just let you guys in on this. Maybe I actually shouldn't have entered a buy because of these weekly candles. So what I mean is that maybe if this weekly candle was a bullish candle, maybe it would have been right for me to buy. So I'm going to test this theory. I'm going to back test during this week, and I will inform you guys in the following week on what I actually found. Okay, like I said to you guys, it's a journey for me. It's also educational for me, and I'm learning as I go, and hopefully you guys are learning as well. So I will explain more on this in the coming week. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next pair, AUD USD. Let's see if we did take a trade on this. I don't think we did. Nope. Yeah, we did actually. We're actually in this trade, aren't we? What am I saying? Yeah, we actually in this trade, and I explained my bias was to actually buy. Actually buy the pair, yes, because on the monthly we're above the MAs, and I'm thinking that we're gonna possibly move up higher, but I could be wrong. And realistically, it would have been better if all 3 time frames were above the MAs, which they are on the daily and they are on the monthly, but the weekly it's not. So let's see how this plays out. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. Okay guys, it's 14 minutes into this video. I'm just going to stop it quickly and I'll be back in a second.